Hello, in this video, I'll demonstrate how to create a new service request. To begin, let's log in with our organization name. In this case, we are Sath. We'll go ahead and log in as Douglas. Douglas is an administrator within IDHub, and only administrators and access managers have the permissions to create a new service request. Only access managers can approve that newly created service request. So from our dashboard, we have an admin module as well as a user module. Creating a new service request would be completed through the admin module. And to get there, we'd go ahead and click on Manage Catalog from the dashboard. And that'll bring us to our Manage Catalog page where we can manage all of the catalog items within IDHub, where we can edit them or create new catalog items as well. A service request is a generic request that is custom for each organization. Service requests can be things like a maintenance request, where a user might need a light bulb changed in their office or their desk moved. Could be an office supplies request, where a user may need a new keyboard or a new monitor, or even a device request, like a laptop request or a cell phone request. So service requests are super customizable for each organization. In this video, I'm going to create a new service request called Keycard Access Request, which will allow an employee to request a key card for other buildings within their organization. So in order to do that, the first thing that we'll do is create a custom form, which we will attach to the service request. Now, custom forms are tailored to service requests with many fielding options available within the form. Forms are then attached to the service request, requiring the user to complete the form as part of the request process. And the forms are great because they allow us to add all of the information that is needed to determine whether or not we will approve this request. So there are forms that have already been created. Create a new user form, disable, enable a user, a laptop request form. I'll go ahead and open this laptop request form to show you what a form would look like. So you can create these any way you want with many options available. So we have a basic details section where we can choose who this laptop is for. We have laptop options section. We can choose the laptop we need and when do we need this laptop available. We also have a laptop disclaimer here and with a drop down on yes or no if we do agree to the terms. So this is what a form would look like. So we're going to go ahead and create a new form. And we're going to name this form Keycard Access Form. And our description will be complete this form when requesting keycard access. So what's great about this is if we had a generic form that we wanted to use, we could select that form. We could select that form and choose it. We don't have a generic form right now. They can be created certainly by any organization. So we're going to create a new form, but if there was a generic form, you could go ahead and select that and breeze through the process real swiftly. In this case, we're going to create a new form. And we have all of these inputs available. We have a new group, text field, text area, date, drop-down, static text, select user button, and add from existing. So it always defaults with a group up top. So we're going to name this group Keycard Details. And that's going to be the only group within this form. So the first input that we'll add is a select user. We're going to label this, who is this key card for? I'm going to title it username. And I'm going to make this required. So this will give us a drop-down box for all of the users within the organization. And when filling out this form, we would choose the user that we're requesting the key card for. Okay, so the second input will be the date field. When do you need this key card by? And we'll also make that required. So the next field is going to be a drop-down box. Which buildings do you need key card access to? Let's say there are 3 buildings. Everyone has access to building 1. So additional access would be for building 2, building 3, or building 2 and 3. And we'll also make this required. So the next input I will add is our static text, and that will be a keycard disclaimer. And I've already created a quick disclaimer, so I'll go ahead and paste that into my box. My next box is going to be, fix these errors, my next box is going to be another drop-down. So we'll title this Disclaimer Agreement. And 3 options. Yes, I agree to the terms of the disclaimer. No, I don't agree to the terms of the disclaimer. And I need more information about the disclaimer. And we're going to make this required as well. And we're going to add a text field, additional notes. Okay, and we're going to preview this form now. So here's our key card access form. Complete this form when requesting key card access. Key card details, who is this key card for? So we can choose ourselves or any other user for requesting for another user. When do you need this by? The date we need it. Which buildings do you need it for? And this is our disclaimer. Disclaimer agreement. Yes, I do agree. Any additional notes? Any notes that the user may want to add. So I like the way this looks. So I'm going to submit this form. And this will create our new form. And here it is right here. our keycard access form. So now that we have our form, we'll go ahead and create the new service request. And this will be office equipment. Keycard access. Okay, complete this request for keycard access. And we'll go ahead and select the custom form that we've created. Approver workflow would be for access manager approval. So anyone who is requesting this keycard access will need to go to the access manager. And we have to click this button and make this requestable. Otherwise, no one in the organization would be able to request it. So we're going to submit this. And we can see in the upper right, our service request has been created successfully. And if we go to our Requests tab, we can see that our keycard access is now waiting for approval, and it's been assigned to the Access Manager. So we'll have to go ahead and log out from Douglas's account and log into Jerome's. Jerome is the Access Manager. And we'll go ahead and approve this new service request that Douglas has created. And so Jerome also has admin and user app modules. So from his admin module, we'll go ahead and click on his tasks button, which will bring us to his tasks page. And from there, we can see the new service request, keycard access, that Douglas created. And what's nice about this is we can also view the form to make sure all of the details are within this form. And from this page, we can go ahead and claim this. Okay. And we can approve this as well. So the claiming process is nice because it allows multiple managers or access managers to claim a task, and that task will then be taken off of that rolling list so it doesn't compile. And so the other access managers won't see that task anymore once another access manager claims it. And that works for any managerial approval workflow or IT fulfiller workflow or group approvers. It's the same process, the claiming and approving. So we claimed it, we're approving it. Task action performed successfully. The task is now dropped off of Jerome's task list. So we can now validate that this new service request has been added successfully by going into the user app module. Okay, there's this drop down here where we can switch from admin to user, which is what we did. So we're at the user app now, where we can navigate to the service request page, and we can see all of our service requests that are available. And we could see here that our keycard access is live and ready to be requested. And we could also see the form that's attached, which is great. So we'll go ahead and close out of this, and that actually concludes this video on how to create a new service request and what that approval process looks like. I encourage you to watch our next video on an end user requesting this new service request and what that approval process looks like as well. Thank you so much, and as always, have a great day.